Key long-standing debate over whether there was a military solution to the threat of Iran's nuclear program will soon be academic. We will learn in the coming days, weeks, and months whether Iran's centrifuges and missile factories can survive the wrath of Israel. It is too soon to assess the success of the first of what Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said would be a multi-phase operation to destroy Iran's nuclear and ballistic missile programs. But for now, Operation Rising Lion, what Israel is calling this operation, looks ambitious and lethal. Let's start with the fact that Israel is going after the regime's leadership. Already, Iranian state television is reporting the chief of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, Hossein Salami, has perished. State media is also reporting that the command of Iran's military, General Mohammad Bagheri, along with his deputy, Gholam Ali Rashid, have perished in the Israeli attack. A statement from the IDF released early Friday morning Israel time said the first phase of Operation Rising Lion struck dozens of military targets, including nuclear-related sites in various areas in Iran. Multiple explosions have been traced to residential compounds near Tehran in what may be targeted assassination attempts of other senior military officials. The strikes are throughout the country. There have been reports of explosions in Isfahan, Arak, and Kermanshah, all cities that host vital military bases. The enrichment facility in Natanz, one of Iran's oldest declared nuclear sites, is apparently billowing smoke, according to a video shared on Iranian social media. For years, the Washington foreign policy establishment has warned that Israel lacked the long-range strategic bombers, the bunker-buster bombs, and the strategic depth to absorb the inevitable Iranian response to pull off a successful military strike. This would require assistance from the U.S. military for Iran's entire nuclear program to be destroyed. Israel, in a sense, is acting alone. Secretary of State Marco Rubio issued a statement Thursday night that stressed, "We are not involved in strikes against Iran." But the secretary also stated that Netanyahu's government advised us that they believe this action was necessary for itself. Trump has not lashed out at Israel. In a phone interview with Fox News, the president said America would defend itself in Israel if there is a... Trump had the power through the unique leverage America holds over its ally to make Israel back down. He could have threatened to support UN Security Council sanctions on Israel. America is almost always a reliable veto of anti-Israel resolutions at Turtle Bay. Trump could have also threatened to cut off Israel from weapons and spare parts. The exact trigger for Operation Rising Lion may be recent intelligence Israel received that suggested Iran was going for a bomb. When Israel came close to bombing Iranian sites in Barack Obama's first term, the president exerted pressure to prevent it. Trump, though, has given mixed messages. On Thursday, Trump told reporters, when asked about a possible Israeli strike, "As long as I think there is an agreement, I don't want them going in because that would blow it." But then he allowed, "might help it, actually, but also could blow it." Indeed, the restrainer wing appears to have lost the internal policy debate. Notably missing from a Camp David strategy meeting on Iran over the weekend was Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard, a leading dove in Trump's cabinet. Israel has made Iran's nuclear program a top target for more than 2 decades. When the late Meir Dagan was named chief of Mossad in 2002, he reformed the agency to make Iran's regime and its nuclear program the intelligence agency's top overseas target. That focus has paid great dividends. Since 2007, Israel is widely believed to have assassinated 7 senior Iranian nuclear scientists, including the head of its program, Mohsen. In November 2020, since October 7, 2023, Israel has become bolder. In July, Israel assassinated Hamas political leader Ismail Haniyeh in a presidential guest house in Iran. Israel then conducted a series of strikes in Lebanon that decimated the leadership of Hezbollah, Iran's oldest and most potent proxy in the Middle East. Iran retaliated in October, prompting Israel to take out Iran's air defense system in the same month. With Iran's proxies crippled and its air defense wrecked, Israel had a rare window to attack Iran's nuclear facility on the most advantageous terms it had ever had. The exact trigger for Operation Rising Lion may be recent intelligence Israel received that suggested Iran was going for a bomb. Prime Minister Netanyahu, in a statement after the initial strikes, asserted that Iran has taken steps it has never taken before to complete the last phase of constructing a bomb known as weaponization, or the design and construction of a warhead. The strikes also coincide with the Thursday release of a scathing assessment from the International Atomic Energy Agency that rebuked Iran for violating its commitments under the Non-Proliferation Agreement, the treaty that prohibits all but 5 member states from using the power of the atom to build a nuclear weapon. It was the first such censure of Iran from the agency in 20 years. Needless to say, for now it appears Trump's hopes for a negotiated settlement to the Iran nuclear crisis have been overtaken by events. A 4th round of Iran's nuclear talks was scheduled for Sunday. There is no chance that meeting will take place. Speaking to Fox News, Trump said he still hoped the next round of Iran nuclear talks scheduled for Sunday would still take place. Iran cannot have a nuclear bomb, and we are hoping to get back to the negotiating table, Trump said. We will see. There are several people in leadership that will not be coming back. Israel's attack represents a potentially new strategic era for the Middle East. In his Thursday statement, specifically addressed to the Iranian people, "I have no doubt that your day of liberation from this tyranny is closer than ever," he said. "And when that day comes, Israelis and Iranians will renew the alliance between our two ancient peoples. Together, we will build a future of prosperity, a future of peace, a future of hope." Netanyahu has made this a feature of Israeli public diplomacy for nearly 10 years. On Thursday night, though, those words were backed up with targeted strikes against the Iranian regime's leadership. Put another way, Israel's strike may be a catalyst for the collapse of the Islamic Republic altogether. The most dangerous club on earth. Eli Lake, the most dangerous club on earth, in the latest episode of Breaking History, the podcast where Eli Lake goes back in time in order to make sense of the present. Eli talks about the most dangerous nuclear nation on earth and the despots who'd like to join their club.